go. My name is Commander Black Star Lord at your service, and welcome back to the adventures of Cmdr Star Death in Guild Wars 2. I'm really liking this character. The build is really nice. I don't want to change the outfit. The hair, the wings and everything else would ruin their hairstyle. The boots may, but it's got the colour there. So, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So we've got to take out Gypsy Deathbringer. Oh, come on. Out. We're still going to hunt. All we're doing tonight is going to be hunting down hero points. We started off with, I thought it was Heart of Thorns, but actually we started off with Heart of Thorns, but actually it's a Path of Fire to start off with. So, currently, we're sitting... Currently, the build is good. We're sitting on Harbinger. We need another 50 points. So we're doing okay. We've got some. We've got. Then we're going to probably go back to the End of the Dragon. Once we get this done, we'll go back to the End of the Dragon. So first of all, the build I'm using is interesting, but I've had to do some modifications. There's one of the hero points here I can't do by myself. This is the one that requires somebody to heal you.
That won't help us right now.
Now,
but you're right.
yeah, we tried the one going down there. There is a hero point in here. That there I can't do because it's the healing one you need. I need somebody to come along. If I get the whole map done, if I get the whole map done, this last one I'm going to do, I'll get somebody to come along and just heal me on the Warclaw or something like that. Because that's one of the abilities of Warclaw, I believe. So might as well do a bit of map. I've gone back to my original build, which is the Reaper, because I'll tell you the truth. Some of the things you have to fight in this thing, to get the hero point, is tough. I mean, in the Dragons, it's piss easy. But this one, oh my god, I've come across some battles before in my lifetimes, but as character-wise and that, I could switch over to the other one just to see how it goes. Yeah, I'll switch over to the other build. Now, even though technically this is supposed to be a supporting build, I'm going to test it out as a solo build.
Heat level 0.
Oh, there's a big... Ah. Oh, wait.
Cheeky remembers over here.
We're finished. No, well, continue on a pathway. See, I'm going to. I just want to do it. I'm basically just testing out each build as we go along. And I think I know what this one is, what they're trying to unlock. They're trying to do the meta event. Oh, the big boss fight here at the end of it. But as before, I just want to take my time. Whereas before, I'm testing it as a solo build. I'm being selfish, okay? But something I want to do. We might as well unlock everything where we can. And if we actually get into the meta event, it's a bonus. We've got this one. Nothing in there, was there? I'm going toward them now. Oh, that's annoying. People turning the lights on. Lights affect this sometimes. Up, bugger. Is that the one underneath? Well, can you turn the lights on and affect on this one? Just keep following this one. We'll figure out how to get to there. The map will tell us eventually.
Entire city hidden in the depths of the jungle.
I know this is exciting, but we have to stay focused. This area isn't safe.
We can unlock this one. And where was it? We have been in here, so it's just a matter of why would yeah, nothing else in here we need. Nothing else we need in here at all. Nothing here. Oh my god. Let's do that. How do we get to that one? Okay, so let's just figure this. Let's see where it goes to. Ah, it's been interesting day. It's been a really warm morning, I tell you. Then it got really cold. So how am I going to do it? Should I go rabbit hole? And the rabbit hole on the left. Oh, what are you just doing there? Okay. We're going to beat up.
You will obey. Come forward.
Thanks.
Help me, fuck!
Oh, this is our favorite victim. Okay, let's change. Alright, come on, no. Look at it. Come on. Come on. Give me a break. It's gonna be a tough one. We might have to look at other characters. Attacks like F5.
No pain.
We're just not doing enough damage. Yeah, we're just not doing enough damage.
Defense, then offense. Nothing can bring me down.
Right here, that person there, we wouldn't have done bug all damage. I think we're going to have to switch back over to our other one, because this area here is a tough area. I know this one can handle it, so another one over here. We're going to get we'll switch over to this one because we can do a lot more damage with this one. Oh, it's apples. Oh, good. So, we're almost there. Once we get it, then we can sort of park the character away for a bit. I might do map completion eventually, but once I get this, then I can just park the character away, and then either get another character out and start doing upgrading that one. Oh, not quite. It is there. Oh, there it is. Will it rest on that one? It won't rest on that one. You with that one. Where is that? Oh no, I'm going back down there. I want to get stuff. I'm going to get back down that way. You want that? You want that point? Then we'll have a quick look at this. Yeah, man, point of interest up there. Okay, so how much points do we have enough to complete the training? We've still to come back here and get these points, so we need to come back with the character or this character or some other character together. Still need 40 more points. Train that. No, what haven't trained? What haven't I trained? I've trained everything else. I've trained that. This is strange. Why is this being able to train it? Give up. No. Okay, we'll go down this way. Once we get it fully trained, we can then park the character. Oh, boss fight.
Fury is mine.
Oh no. That goes where? Oh, you go next. Right about. Yeah, it's a weird one, this one. Trying to work. Oh, they little munchkins. Yeah, don't want to walk into those. But I can unlock this for this particular carrier. There. It's a lot. It's a decent sized map, but it is a bit harder than. I actually have to find Ender Dragons is an easy map. Let's try this one. It's this one that rolls.
Defense, then offense.
Rolls. I know what it rolls. Let's take a heal off a bit. Let's try this one.
Defense, then offense.
How am I being damaged for no reason? Oh my god, that's just terrible. I think I have to change healing things on this character. Let's get back to Psycho mode then. It's a hard one to fight. You do have to stand still and not attack it for 5 seconds. Good damage. And not die would be a good idea. I'll just spawn back into the closest spawn point. He's still there battling it, so as long as he's still there battling it. Oh, come on, wait.
Might, now you suck it.
How do you... this... Damn it. We can just get some healing. I don't know, a cow's mother. And that was instant death. That was like, nope, you're dying. We need to do something else to this one. How are we not kicking its ass? How is it kicking our ass? I know we can kill it. Just a matter of how. It's a tough motherfucker, this one. Maybe if we switch. Try this. No. Try that one. Let's try this out, shall we? Minions, go for it. Oh, how? Wow. Holy man. I never got a chance to fight. Minions, just go for it, minions. Oh, what the hell? I'm not nowhere near that one. Wow, that was painful. We got it though. Yay! Damn, these some of the hardest. Honestly, God, they've been some of the hardest bosses to kill in the hero points in the game. They're fun, but they're bloody hard. Right now. Yes. Oh, we're almost there. 25 more hit points. Need to kill 2 more. there's 11 of them running this, like lots of them on this thing. So we clean up all those. We haven't been up over there. One there, I think we can't get to that one. Why is it healing thing? We want this. One finished. Yeah. I'm gonna get this done and dusted. Not that easy. We'll go back there, but then that's all there is there. I'm going to go back down there. I know it's not a hero point, but that's not the point. It's also part of that completion. If we can get most of it done, then we can get most of it done. Now, goes into a sprit. I think that goes to the well.
Another land.
Right, so I don't know where I'm going with these. Okay. I'll fight when I can fight.
A fitting reward.
Oh, somebody didn't like me doing that.
Nothing can bring me down.
I'll take whatever rewards we get. I don't know where the hell I am. What I'm doing. I just gotta go. Not gonna say no to free loot. I'll only pick on fights if we need to. Isn't he? There you go. Now I will go this way. I'm gonna
May the sands take you. Another place to roam. Nothing can bring me down. Rise and soar. My man.
That's better. And we'll go. Unlock that. Yeah, good. We're just gonna cruise along and see where it takes us. Hopefully we can get to just
I like it.
another chest. There's a red point up there too. Like all we need is probably 2 more hero points. And we're fine. you're not a hero fighter. Oh, you are the hero fighter. Eh?
Mantle and death.
All the minions first.
By my will.
Go away. We're not going to play tag with you a lot. You, sir, are not nice. F5 for you.
It has life.
You're still alive. I mean, it's not really an attack on the character, really.
Nothing can bring me down.
Oh, this one's tough. Come on, targeting. Look at the main bolter, will you, game? Thank you. Oh. Oh, wow, one shot. I'm down.
A little help.
Oh, wait.
Go. Go.
You were foolish to try.
Transfer that. No, I want you to die.
I am outmatched here.
Not only I'm trying to kill the boss.
I'm up. I'm up.
You are surprisingly skilled.
Did we get it or not? Oh, damn it. And let's change builds. Ah, damn it. We didn't do enough damage to it? Let me get the points for it. You just die so I can get to change the build. Thank you. I'm still getting that. Ah, yeah. Okay, let's try the other build out.
That's never pretty.
We got no choice but to do this again. I don't know why we didn't do it. Damn it, I'm lucky. Right. Come on, that's just bullshit.
Need support.
Finally, a challenge.
I need to kill this so I can actually get the bloody thing done. I can't heal with you, motherfucker.
Defense, then offense.
Oh, he packs a bloody punch. Oh, wow. Lucker. Okay, this one is definitely a no-show, I think. Not by myself. If you can stay alive a bit longer, we'll bring it along. Oh, Lucker, this is a damn hard one to kill. Please don't. We'll wait till he comes back.
Assistance, please. I'm up. I'm up. Might makes me right.
Just how do we want to do this one?
I need more soldiers here, now!
I fucking. That one just killed me straight away.
Need support.
I have to change all my healing abilities.
I can't run.
got this one. Don't need to worry about this one again. Gonna get this unlocked and then
Finally,
this is a lot
challenge.
very much harder, very hard map. This one is. Get what I want to get done. They give me any. What did they give me? I have 25. I have 19. Oh god, I need to come. And it's not. The hell? I'm not gonna say no to free chests.
The spoils of battle.
Yeah, I still got my brother and his wife here, so I'm just gonna wait for them to. Well, gonna wait for the basically be just quiet and stuff like that, so they don't get disturbed too much when I'm playing. But I had a good time. I've enjoyed the company.
I like it.
If I'll let them do their own thing so they can just enjoy themselves here. A little more chest. No. A little more chest. Oh what? We need to be here then. Sorry mate, we don't want to play tag with you anymore. This monster killing in this one is not easy. Like some of them you go through it just like, oh yeah, a couple of monsters, even the ones guarding the hero points. It's like I kind of find it fun and easy, or sometimes fun and sometimes not easy, but fun at least. Other ones are just like Okay, so where have we been to? Oh, that one there. Been all there. Still got plenty to go into here, but go into here can go there. Unlock that. Actually, no. Gonna go to the right. Right way. I want to go. No, it's the other one. I want to go. Just there though. Lots of chest.
The spoils of battle.
Now we want to go. To our left. I learned something new out today. And that's if, like, my monitor, this new one, my old monitor used to be 60 Hertz. And that was the frame rate you could set your monitor at, 60 FPS. Or 70 if you've got like a good monitor type thing. And my new monitor is 75 Hertz. Which now I can set my new monitor at 75 frames per second. Hero point. Right. There's a hero point down there, so we'll go to that one. We're still just Damn it. Oh.
I like it.
Okay, too. Good for you. We just need one bloody 10 would be nice. If we can get 110, we heaven on earth. Tried the other method, but it's... I don't know. Yeah, we've got to fight. And they're in it. Hello. What? I don't know. Yes. We don't need any more here. We've finished this character now. And we're going to have a look for a build for this one. Ah. Finally, no more torturing ourselves. And he's going to find a sort of space. I hope this is the lamp. This should be enough to do the build. Yeah. Finally. Okay, we're eventually going to probably do, oh yeah, that's it. See, eventually we've got to do this full map, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's a tough map to do. Very tough map to do. But I'm not complaining. I want to test out this new build. Yes. A brand new build. Okay, so.
The spoils of battle.
Look. I've got another weird looking item there. What is it? Oh god. Let's go back to our base of operations and we'll have a look at what we have, and now we're going to find the build for it. Oh, sorry. Now, I might do too much now. It's still early. I've actually got to get back to my main character to do a certain mission, but that was good. I don't know. Build. No. Training. Go back to. Okay. What am I doing? Items first. Oh, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind slowly.
A fitting reward.
Oh, we've got a book. Look, I think I'll hang on to that because it's. I don't know if I'll create. Probably maybe in the future, but only after I get my legendary armor. Yeah, we're gonna put this. Can we skill unlocked? Can we sell it? No, we can't sell it. Oh, hang on to that one. Pistol. Where's the pistol?
Threshold achieved.
First of all, let's see if we can find a video on this one. I'm in two minds about this so far. Like the second build depends on where I am and what I'm doing. I've noticed with the second one, if I'm in Dragon's Den, I'm pretty much just gonna go through that. I can go through that with any build so far. And not worry about, not think about it. Throw that there. It's something you might consider doing one day. It's no way we'll keep it. I'm going to try to pass it off to another character eventually. So we're going to sell this stuff and look for a build now for the next. See if I actually got it unlocked first of all. Soldier, like that. Honestly, I think I prefer this build overall. I'm being honest with you. We're going to have to unlock another second one. So we can do that one, and we need to...
Fury is mine.
Now, we've got a complete brand new section here. And we'll go for a brand new build here. So, what training is this one called? Harbinger. Okay, we wanted to see Guild Wars 2. Harbinger. H-A-B-I. So when I get, when brother goes, I'll get back to normal. I can then have a look at doing more stuff like going World be World and stuff like that. Harbinger, the best necromancer build from Guild Wars 2. Low intensity Harbinger. Let's have a look at the low intensity one.
Organizations are spite
Okay, so what do we got here?
weapons as well as berserkers on everything.
Okay,
Equipment.
so
Diviners on our 6 armor pieces with
okay, so what equipment? What do I have? Oh no, wrong button. What do I have in stock for her equipment wise? Power position for something, concentration. We have a spare suit for her. Could possibly use. More orders. Power position, vitality, and force. But doesn't have concentration though. I think this is going to be a concentration build while look at it. Widgets. Much. Okay. There. Oh, what's it called? Armor. Okay, armor is diviners. Oh. Okay. I think you've I could go. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's the scented one. That's okay. Cool. That's why I got the other one. That's why I still got the other one. No point putting the other one. Scented one. That's why I got the other one. Yeah, the trash will keep. We trash that. He wants miners on this. Okay, we'll give it a try. Test the build out if we like. We'll play with the build. Come on. 1, 2, 3. That way there we have this one is triple elite 2. That's my second one is triple elite. Okay, what runes we're talking about there? Rune of the Scholar, we don't have those runes. I might eventually try to get runes.
Everything's so blurry.
It says it was. Okay. Oops. Can't wait.
You'll find everything you need here.
Runes I need to get, but that's fine.
Berserkers on our weapons as well as berserkers on everything over here.
So berserker armor. We can do that. So what weapons is he running?
With berserkers on our weapons as
Signal of force and signal concentration. I think I've got that. Signal force and signal forces. I'll build it, test it, see what I like, see if it plays well. If I like it, different. No one's got options then to play around with. What kind of weapons? Dagger or warhorn? On a pistol also. This one a pistol as well.
A fitting reward.
Let's go. The reason why I've got Sended on the other ones because of I wanted that one because this is one of my main character that I use. So he's got a dagger and dagger on don't have a warhorn. We'll put those into there first of all. Put this one with the pistol. Put a scepter and focus into there, so the warhorn. And we can put that into there. Don't know what that does. I'll put that in there. He's got me blank the other one. No, it's gonna be late hubs. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. What's that? I'll think about that. I don't know if we're gonna. We'll keep you. Work on that in a minute. That's done. Let's use that one. Basically, same buildings.
As well as berserkers on everything over here. Superior runes of the scholar on all.
Might makes me right.
Really, I'm gonna get better. Okay, so we need to. Okay, more weapons. Okay, so we Sonic, and we're looking for concentration. Crossing. I want power to boast. Acceleration. What's that? Pretty close. Give it a go. And we'll test. Pretty much just test the build, see how it goes. If we like the play style of the build, we'll eventually upgrade it to okay. And we'll basically update it to goodies. Yes. That one never. Probably will do that something with a pistol as well. So the next step is the build itself. Okay, so with the Warfront skin, we can play around with later. Oh yeah, yeah. Go. Well, let's go. Now.
As well as berserkers on everything over here. Superior runes of the scholar on all our armor. For weapons, we got the best results with dagger and warhorn using sigils of force and concentration. We want near 40% boon duration to keep.
Okay. He's got 35. I've got 33. So we want a concentration. We want. Okay. Right.
The best results with Dagger and Warhorn using sigils of force and concentration. We want near 40% boon duration.
Well, we've got 40%. We've got 42% now. He said near, but I'm happy with that. That gives me a bit more. So it takes a little bit of health away, but that's okay.
To keep quickness and fury up on our group 100% of the time. If you can't use Diviner's gear, trying to get a bit of boon duration anywhere else you can to achieve that goal. Our heal skill can be anything, Signet of Vampirism or
Really? Keep it. Really don't quite sure. I have to come back to that.
Summon Blood Fiend both offer a minor damage increase. I went with Signet. Summon Shadow Fiend, Signet of Spite, and Signet of Undeath, and the Summon...
Okay, so Summon Shadow. Yeah. Okay.
Flesh Golem Elite skill.
Now we want to go into build.
Specializations are Spite 1, 3, 2.
What spite? I think this is going to be support. Yeah, definitely. I'll get another double pistol to some other.
Soul Reaping.
Reaping. Region Y.
1, 1, 2. Harbinger.
I'm gonna try Harbinger. Okay,
1, 1, 2. Most of our traits are chosen for flat increases in damage, but some are worth pointing out. Reaper's Might. Shroud auto attacks generate might, which will give us 25 stacks of might even when we are on our own most of the time. Signets of Suffering. This lets our signets work while we are in Shroud. Signet of Undeath is a life force battery, which keeps us in the Shroud much longer. Close to Death. Increase damage on under half health opponents. You will see a damage spike as they go under 50% from this. Unyielding Blast. Shroud auto attacks that already generated might now also inflict vulnerability. This combination will have us doing a lot of damage even when alone. Deathly Haste. Every 3 seconds, you will give your nearby party members quickness and fury. We want to build up enough quickness and fury on them that they maintain it, even during the brief moments we are not in Shroud. Gameplay. The goal with this Harbinger build is to be in Harbinger Shroud as much as possible, both for our own damage and for supplying the very in-demand quickness buff to our teammates. So when we aren't in Shroud, we are generating it as fast as we can. While we are in Shroud, we are stretching it out as much as possible. Start off in Shroud, press 2 whenever it's up. When your Shroud eventually runs out, use Warhorn 5 and Shadow Fiend, Haunt, and a few auto attacks, and you will be able to re-enter Shroud the moment the button pops back up. That's it. This is very straightforward.
Okay. Yeah. I'm giving much choice there. Thanks for using that weapon. if we switch over to gracious, take all. Jesus much. So basically we'll just okay.
Forward. Doing this with full boons, banners, spirit, spotter, and a generic food buff landed us at 20,000 damage per second, with peaks of 26,000 after spite kicked in under the half health of the target, while we were providing vulnerability, quickness, and fury for our party. Let's quickly talk about break bars. If it's time to interrupt your target, the following skills can help with that. Your elite. The Flesh Golem Charge is a very large CC. If you're not in Shroud, you can use Warhorn 4 for a large daze on the target. If you are in Shroud, the 5 key is your largest CC, and the 4 key is a minor one. Finally, to set some proper expectations, here is the build with no buffs or debuffs in play other than what we ourselves bring. This is what you might see when completely on your own. The low intensity Harbinger is very impressive even on its own due to its supplying quickness, fury, max might stacks, and max vulnerability stacks. It is worth noting that you are ranged 95% of the time. Utilizing the minions to tank for you and your range when necessary can make open world encounters much more comfortable and allow you to maintain DPS when things get hectic in a group setting. Just remember, your buffs pulse out from you, so try to be near friendlies that you wish to buff. Now let's talk about utility options. Boon removal. Necromancers excel at getting buffs off the enemy. Dagger 3 in this build removes boons from an enemy and corrupts them into conditions. Spectral grasp.
Are you it?
Equipment. Diviners on our This is very straightforward. Doing this with full boons, ban 1. Finally, to set some proper expectations, here is the build with no buffs or debuffs in play other than what we ourselves bring. This is what you might see when completely on your own. The low intensity Harbinger is very impressive even on its own due to its supplying quickness, fury, max might stacks, and max vulnerability stacks. It is worth noting you are ranged 95% of the time. Utilizing minions to tank for you and your range when necessary can make open world encounters much more comfortable and allow you to maintain DPS when things get hectic in a group setting. Just remember, your buffs pulse out from you, so try to be near friendlies that you wish to buff. Now let's talk about utility options. Boon removal. Necromancers excel at getting buffs off the enemy. Dagger 3 in this build removes boons from an enemy and corrupts them into conditions. Spectral Grasp pulls 5 nearby enemies all to you. Nothing kills enemies faster than pulling them all on top of a bunch of hungry DPS players. This is very handy in places like the Cold War Strike Mission and Bone Skinner and a few open world events. Take this instead of Shadow Fiend if it is time to use it. I'd like to briefly talk about Epidemic. Epidemic, although not the god skill it once was, is still very strong in some places in the game. However, not with this build. Epidemic copies conditions from the target to other nearby targets. However, it uses your condition damage for the copies, and this build runs on power. Signet of Undeath. Although this is a battery for your life force, do you know what else does even more damage than that? A not dead teammate, I hope. When used, this skill gives up some hit points and revives one downed ally who is in danger. If you think someone is going down, you can use this to save them. And that's all there is to it. Another massive thank you to the support.
That actually is an interesting build. It's very similar to the Necromancer build. Very similar. Kind of like that build. I'm going to test it out. A bit of Frost now. Anywhere else online? So, our first goal now. We're going to test that out. Frost. It's the easiest way to test a build like this out. Can we change the font first of all? What do we got? Ugh. Wait. Okay. Is that one? Bulky there. Yeah, that there. Cause it costs. What? Great. Go Christmas. Go Christmas. Do you like the look of that? That just. Ooh. Good. Sorry, that. Not too bad, it's basically. One look at that one. Play it, I don't want to get bored with it. It could go. Quite awful on that. I can't go waffles. Yeah, we're on that. Can't go. Can't change the belt. I keep those two 4 belts. So it's only changing the first 2. First 3 belts. Yeah. Which we'll hang on to. Test it out. The whole idea is to test the build out and see what we've got. It's not too bad. Call the Christmas look on it. I have to find something better eventually though, but we got that one unlocked? Yeah, we've got 4 out of 5, so pretty much got everything unlocked. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I think I want something speed maybe instead of the health. I don't know, when buy myself, do I want speed or do I want health? Oh, I can get so many goodies. No, we don't need. Oh shit! No, I'm gonna have to get my main character
Talk
together.
to you later.
Work out. We'll work on those. We've got. We're just gonna keep building up the points and all that till we get more than enough for it, so we can just. Okay, we need a character that have certain things we can come in here, buy what we need to buy. And then we don't have to take so much off my main character or one of my other characters that. So we're ranged. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's supposed to be ranged.
Come forward.
How's that ranged? How am I ranged with that? So 90% attacks are mostly ranged. Let's try the pistol. Wow, this is just psycho mode. Very similar to the Reaper. Very similar to the Reaper. How am I? Oh, changed it. Oh, that's playing tag with that one. It's supposed to be ranged attacks. That's not ranged though, that's close quarters. So it's like push 2, 3. See, like, that's... How's that? That's not, that's ranged. That's ranged, but that's not that. If we went to the pistol, that's ranged. That's what this one's designed for. Okay, we'll try the pistol out. Because I'm wanting to... It looks like it's a does supply quick, so that's fine. There you go, Psycho Mode. So 90% of the attacks are ranged, but when you're using a sword, it doesn't seem to be ranged. Maybe if I could trade them over. Put that in the other hand. Pretty much like the Reaper, really. There's not much difference between this and the Reaper. Anything else dead? Okay. Am I losing health or something?
I like it.
These ice brew must be stopped.
It's supposed to be, yeah, you said 95% of his attacks are supposed to be ranged, but that's not ranged, that's a close quarter attack, that's where you get it. That is definitely not right, that's definitely ranged, that's ranged. Okay, but I could do, yeah, it doesn't do that much damage. That could be useful, depends on the scenario, I think. It all depends on the scenario now. It is a nice build. I'm not quite sure if I like the hole in second. Well, you can take a fair bit of damage onto this. You can take some damage. Could be good and bad.
That's not right. Oh, boom. The spoils of battle.
Oof.
Might makes me high. That's how I do it.
Oh, now I'm slowed.
The spoils of battle.
It's an interesting build. Let's test it out with a pistol load. Where pretty much everything then would be of distance. Okay, about actually. Are you over using the other one? I've got the other one unlocked. Interesting.
That's how I do it.
You go from close quarter, you go distance fighter to close quarter fighter in a heartbeat. That is actually not a bad build. That one's working out. They've done a damage build. Well, look at that damage build on. I haven't bothered with my special effect yet by the first doing these things. I'm going psycho mode and Naren. I'm going to use interesting way he's got that set up too, which is okay. So we've got the sword, but it's the only more of the other one. So I think what are you going to put us? What's that on top?
A fitting reward.
Pistol. That's why I got up there. I'm shooting from the distance. Well, a bit of. Oh, that's unfortunately where they do. I still look at quickness. Tons of might. I don't know if I'm getting that somebody else or somebody else doing that to me. whole idea is to quickly get into shroud like the other one.
The spoils of battle. I am awesome.
I'll have to modify the other one to more support and so this is a standalone support and a support character, which is good. I'll switch over the pistol tool when we actually find some enemies that we need to change it over.
A fitting reward.
What if we get twin pistols? And now then the vulnerabilities which you need to have. A pistol gives me pretty much all long range. Which is good, but if I need the close quarter I'll change it over to the other one.
A fitting reward.
It's just like a little psycho. A little psycho. Hey. It is, it's just like a little, it's a miniature, well, let me get the tree. It's a miniature version of the, what's the name, the Reaper.
Might makes me right.
It literally is, it's just a miniature version of the Reaper. The Reaper's like, oh, a big sword, this one here, I have a little tiny dagger and a wonder if staff could be good for this character. And let's go over here and tidy up a bit. Get this one done. We do want the calm. It also gives me a chance to test this build out against enemies. Maybe would a rifle be any good for this character? I don't know, could a rifle actually be used on this character? I'll have a look at the
Cool. That one's especially cute.
okay, this target. Too far away. Let's switch over to that one. It's still too far away to use it. I think it's a close quarter ranged weapons because they're not that distance. Would be the word I use for it.
That one's especially cute.
This is more of a support build than the Reaper is. Come here. Oh, I can use that.
Defense, then offense.
We've done the heart. Now we'll go back to the heart. Oh. It's similar to the Shroud, to the, how they call it, it's similar to the Reaper, but not quite. It's interesting. if I look at the distance, it's more close quarter, medium to close quarter, not too far range. You combine those two attacks. Okay, this will go here. See, out of range. Medium to close quarter. I can push number 2. So that's out of range. If I push the pistol. That's not out. The pistol doesn't do that much damage. It's more a range factor we're looking at. It's out of range there. Fury, quickness, and I think the other one's might. Fury, quickness, and might. 24 stack of might. Damn, that's good. So it's medium range to close quarter. It's this is where the pistol though. It's like use the range. Okay, that person just walked straight through it over there. He's built that as more of aggressive by look at it. He's done what I've done.
Might makes prickly.
It's kind of cool. I'm going to do the other heart. We can do with this one. We can do. See, I'm gonna have to test this out and then modify the other build as well. Yeah, glowing from the back. Oh, we're gonna kill a couple more of these. I'll do it right here. We don't need to bind it. Yeah, we just. There's probably some completion things we have to do. Oh, there's a chest in here.
This close to Jorlag, the Grawl are at risk. It is in their nature to reveal power.
Might makes me right.
Oh, that's a business attack. Oh, my health just got plummeted. Oh, that's another bad one. Number 2 ability you want to use to start with. You can lose your health pretty fast, so. Oh, come on. Maybe pistol. I'm frozen. That's it. Oh. Got the chest, that's all. Okay, we've got the chest, let's go. Can be, I reckon it'd be a damn good support character, but also it's a good character just by myself. I like it. I actually do like this one compared to the other one. It's a very simple character to play. There might be an easy one, couple button press and push the other one, but eventually there might be something like that among the other ones. So I'm not complaining, I can tell you that now. So we might have to get the condition the booms up more. If we get that to 100%, that'd be awesome. Hello? So we're getting 4 abilities. Swiftness, quickness, fury, and might. So swiftness and quickness, and fury and might. We can't do pick that up. But, are we losing health in that as well or not? Yeah, we do lose health. So you sacrifice a bit of health. Did I do that because I pushed it? No. So it's an interesting build. All depends on the scenario. If like here I can okay, one here. The pistol might be better. Let me switch over to the other boy. It's still, that's medium range. Let me switch over to that. Oh, I'm still alive. There's actually a nice build.
The spoils of battle.
It's, to me, it's the Necromancer without... The Necromancer doesn't need the monsters when you're doing damage, it needs the other stuff. Where this build actually excels using these monsters. The other one I've got to figure out how I'm going to play that one properly. And I think I like the second one out of all 3 of them. I like this in the Necromancer quite nicely. I don't think it's going to spawn on me, so. And they actually work well together, those two. Basically, I get quickness, swiftness. Quickness, swiftness, and fury, and might. Damn, that's pretty good, I have to say. Let's have a look at distance-wise. Oh, that thing we want to keep from the distance. I could try close quarters. See how we go close quarters against it. And we do take a bit of damage. But is it worth it though? That is the question mark. The pistols are good. Let's go get some pistols.
A fitting reward.
Come on, move. I knew that would freeze over. I was hoping to get all of them without being frozen over, but yeah. Can we get to that one before it freezes over, please? Be nice, very good. No, only that would freeze over. Then we get to that one first over there.
I like it.
The less I actually have to go to do this thing on, the better it is. I get it all done. Now we go back to the ones we haven't done. We might as well milk it while we're here. No, fellas, you can play with them. I'm just gonna go milk for a while. So we run out of. Oops. Do one more. Why does they keep playing with those? Okay, we're gonna play with those now. There's still time. I'm at you. Actually, I'm having fun. It's actually not a, it's actually a faster build than. Oh, go away. It's actually a. We can't do it. We can't get charged up. It's actually a faster build than fighting style than the other one. Health-wise is not as good. Oh, big beastie there, that's right. Ugh. Big beastie right in the center. They don't normally spawn on top of you. Oh, my health is like, non-existent. Oh, hey, right. We're just gonna sit back here and just relax for a bit. Oh, we'll shoot it from a distance. Is it delicate to breathe? Like, health-wise, I was like, that shouldn't have been too bad. Still can't get anything. Ugh. I think we want to stick back and let the minions fight. We must have pushed by mistake. This is where I built this card. Doesn't feel like we're giving quickness out and speed in that. It feels slower. I'm gonna say. It takes health though away from you though. But this shield makes it sort of more immortal than. Interesting to note. Okay, we've got that chest, we've got that chest. We've got that chest. And we've got this one. think we may have. I could go into there and get those chests. Can't be bothered. It's getting late, and I want to try to get a better reasonable time tonight. Not too late. Don't know what we're going to do for dinner tomorrow night. Oh, just.
A fitting reward.
Whatever. Oh well.
Your time has come again, most soon.
Coldest blessing is upon
Going in the shower doesn't cost you health, but you give quickness and might, and fury and speed. What's the distance on this? Build 3 times close calls. I lose almost 8,000 health doing that. It's not bad by itself, it's more of a supporting character. It handled itself better than the other build, even though that bloke was going from like a ton of bricks. It's... I'm going to call it more of a supporting character. Nothing really got to do here, just testing builds out. Got both hearts done, happy with that. I'm going to try and go back to the end of the dragon if I want to get that done. But, let's have a look. Can we possibly put a rifle onto it? Oh, that's all negative. Yeah, well, I might do something other character and actually try to get a bit early tonight. But let's sort this out. Oh wow, just that. Really am 2 minds. Yeah. Nothing really worth it. Go, because we can't really trash that.
I like it.
This is most remarkable.
Trash for enough. mean, like, Reaper doesn't lose health when you go in the Shroud. This one seems to lose a bit of health. Like, you see the health go down when you go in the Shroud. So, it's in, I mean, literally two minds if I'm like. I'll play it as if the party needs, some people need the quickness and what's it like. What do you... Could we use rifles on this camera? No, the vision doesn't know rifles. Can we rifle big pistol into main hand only? I'll switch that over. Oh god. Oh yeah, wine section probably the best.
What brings you here?
Yeah. I think we've got anything. I could give you a damn good weapon for once. See, this gives me pretty much all ranged attacks. From distance to... What should I be? Can I use it? I've heard. And so far none of them got.
How many ales have I had?
So, that's given me 46 increased days. Gives me 2 weeks. Making it I say the longer you're in it, the more health you get. That's why you want those singlets. You don't lose a benefit. Okay, so interesting build. We'll hang around. This one I'll probably have to convert that back over or convert that into a proper defensive broom build. And we'll have to work on this one. We'll have to work on this literally. So we've got... We'll work on this one eventually again. We'll go through. See if Muckler does a quickness build of it. Muckler may do a quickness build of this particular one. Let's see if he has done a Scourge one. So I think probably solo would be better off running Scourge. We'll see if Muckler's done one. If he's done one, then I might go off one of his builds. I'm looking for Muckler's build on this. So this is a support guide. One build to rule them all. I want an easy support one I can use. That support guide. Is any...
In this video, we will look at the conditioned Scourge build that will be very good for open world content. It will do a lot of damage and it will have very high sustain. First, I will show you the main build that I would recommend using, and then we will look at the different options you can have for more sustain or for more damage or for different situations in general. Before we go into the build details, let's understand how Scourge itself works. The main difference between Scourge and a normal base Necro or a Reaper will be your Shade and your Shroud skills. The first big difference is there is no shroud form you can go to, unlike base Necro and Reaper. Instead, you will always have your shroud skills available and you can use them anytime without needing to go to shroud. The other big difference is the Manifest Sand Shade, or just Shades for short. You can drop your shade anywhere you want, and it will stay there for a 20 seconds duration. When you cast the shade itself, it will do some damage. Now let's look at our shroud skills. Your skill F2, Nefarious Favor, is going to remove one condition and convert it to boons. F3, Sand Cascade, will give you barrier, and I will explain what barrier is in a minute. F4, Garage Pillar, this is going to do some damage, and it will also apply some fear. And your skill F5, Desert Shroud, this is the highest damage you will have. Okay. It is going to keep pulsing damage every seconds for 6 seconds, and it will apply some conditions on top of the damage it will do, and it will also give you a lot of barrier. One thing you need to keep in mind is that each one of those shroud skills, on top of the unique effect it will provide, it will also count as a skill Manifest Sand Shade. And what that means is that each one of them will do the same damage and apply the same conditions that your skill F1 will do. So let me show you what does that mean. I will first drop the shade on its own, and I want you to see the damage and the conditions it will do.
I like the trail.
Now let's use skill F2, which as you can see does not do any damage on its own. But you will also see that it will apply the same damage and conditions as F1. Also, those shroud skills will apply their effect around your shade and around your character. Or, if you did not have a shade, like right now we do not have a shade, then whatever shroud skills you will use will apply their effect around you only. So let's see the difference. First of all, we don't have a shade right now, but we will still be able to apply the damage around our character even if we do not have a shade.
Okay.
And you can do the exact same thing even if you are nowhere close to the target by casting your shade on the target and then using your shroud skills. So the bottom line is, those shroud skills will work around the shade and around your character. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can have multiple shades. And your shroud skills will do their effect around all of them.
Let's try his build. That's how he does it.
One last thing before we move on, and that is the damage cannot be applied by your character and your shade at the same time to the same target. What that means is you will either do damage using your shade or your character, but you will not do damage from both. So as you can see, I am standing right beside the golem, and I will drop a shade on him. If I use my skill F2, it will not do damage twice. It will only do damage from my character or the shade. Now that we understand how Scourge works, let's look at the weapon skills. Scepter Torch will be your main weapon, and it will do most of the damage. We have
Scepter Torch. He's gone for. Okay. He's gone for torch. I went for Scepter Sword, but I have a torch. Scepter Torch. So instead of using one that has a what's my build, but this one has oh god. I mean I've seen some prices before that. I need extra tea. Yeah, expertise condition damage. I think I find one before. Not gonna be too expensive. Now we're getting into the gold here. Try to find. Expertise, vitality. Expertise, no, it's concentration damage, not concentration. No. For that. Uh-oh. Gives me toughness and vitality. Condition damage. I'm getting to way too expensive. Stick with the sword, but that's the get 9 gold there. Now, I think that we'll have a look at I'll take it. I didn't take it. Damn it, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. Okay, so remove this other one off there.
The spoils of battle. We'll figure out the weapon, we'll put it there in a minute.
Have our auto attack from our scepter, which will keep applying bleeding and poison at the end of the chain. We have our skill F2, which will do more bleeding and it will also cripple. Skill number 3, Feast of Corruption, is very useful because it will do some damage and it will remove 3 boons and convert them into conditions, and also it will give you Torment and Life Force based on the conditions that the target have. However, there is a threshold you cannot cross, and that is 5 conditions. So even if your character have 15, it will only apply 5 stacks of Torment and give you Life Force Shade at the same time to the same. Look as the weapon will give you Torment and Life Force Feast of Corruption is very useful because it will do some damage and it will remove 3 wounds and convert them into conditions, and also it will give you Torment and Life Force based on the conditions that the target have. However, there is a threshold you cannot cross, and that is 5 conditions. So even if your character have 15, it will only out skills.
We know that. Tell me what weapons are we using?
One last thing before we move on, and that is the damage cannot be applied by your character and your shade at the same time to the same target. What that means is you will either do damage using your shade or your character, but you will not do damage from both. So as you can see, I am standing right beside the golem, and I will drop a shade on him. If I use my skill F2, it will not do damage twice. It will only do damage from my character or the shade.
It's the armor I've got to replace, that's all.
Now that we understand how Scourge works, let's look at the weapon skills. Scepter Torch will be your main weapon, and it will do most of the damage. We have our auto attack from our scepter, which will keep applying bleeding and poison at the end of the chain. We have our skill F2, which will do more bleeding and it will also cripple. Skill number 3, Feast of Corruption, is very useful because it will do some damage and it will remove 3 bones and convert them into conditions, and also it will give you Torment and Life Force based on the conditions that the target have. However, there is a threshold you cannot cross, and that is 5 conditions. So even if your character have 15, it will only apply 5 stacks of Torment and give you Life Force based on those 5 conditions. Skill number 4 on your Torch, Harrowing Wave, will do some damage, apply some Burning and Torment, and it will give you some Life Force. Skill number 5 on your Torch, Oppressive Collapse, will do some damage, and it will apply Torment, it will knock the enemy down, and it will also give you and your allies some might based on the conditions that the enemy have. Now let's see how powerful this will be when we use our Torch 5 and Scepter 3 together for extra might and extra Torment when we have multiple conditions. As we can see, we have 10 stacks of might and we have a lot of Torment. Staff will not be anywhere close to how powerful the Scepter Torch is. The only reason you will want to use Staff is if you want to hit from a long range of 1200, or you simply have a lot of mobs that you want to tag because all of your marks are AoE targetable and it will hit 5 targets, and they will enable you to tag a lot of mobs at the same time. We have skill number 2, which will do some bleeding, 3, which will do some poison and chill, 4, which will do some high damage, and it will also remove some conditions from you and send them to the target, which can be a good cleanse if needed, and your skill 5 will apply some fear. As you can see, Staff is really much weaker than Scepter Torch. However, it also does have an advantage that Scepter Torch does not have, and that is Life Force, because your auto attack from your staff can be a powerful source of Life Force if it was needed. It can pierce your target and it will hit up to 5, and it will give you a lot of Life Force when used. Now let's look at our traits, and we will talk in details about the most important.
Oh, the build. Let's have a look at this build. Okay. First build is a... Everything based on that. That's top, bottom. Now that changed. Now to go and go. I think it's a very that one. And the smiley little assassin creature is that.
Important ones. First, we will look at the Scourge trait line. For the Adapt trait, we will choose the middle one, which will reduce the cooldown on our Torch skills, and it will also give us expertise based on our condition damage. And in case you don't know what expertise is, it is a stat that will increase your condition duration. And for the master trait, we chose the top one, Desert Empowerment, which will apply barrier to you and allies around your shade when you cast it. I will now cast my shade around my character and you will see that I will get some barrier. This will be a good chance to explain what barrier is. Think of barrier as a second health bar. When you have barrier, any damage or condition damage you will take will not be taken from your health. Instead, it will be taken from that barrier you have. And this barrier will go away after 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it will also go away if you took more damage than the barrier you applied. As you can see, this is an extremely powerful mechanic that is going to increase your sustain significantly. And for our Grandmaster trait, we chose the middle one, Demonic Lure, which will make our Torment deal more damage, and it will also cause burning when you apply Torment. The extra burning you will do when you apply Torment will only apply every 3 seconds. So let's see what does that mean. We said before that all of our Shroud skills will do the same damage that our F1 will do. So all of them will apply Torment, and because of the Grandmaster trait Demonic Lure, they should also apply Burning. So now I will cast my shade and let's see what will happen. We have our 1 stack of Torment, and because of our Grandmaster trait, 1 stack of Burning. And the same will happen when I use my Shroud skills. But now, let's see what will happen if I cast 2 skills at the same time. I applied Torment, but I only applied 1 stack of Burning because remember, the Grandmaster trait have a 3 seconds cooldown. So the bottom line is, to make the best use out of this trait, try to space out your Shroud skills for maximum damage, and don't use all at the same time. So I will show you the difference now. I want you to pay attention specifically to the burning that we will apply when we spam our skills all together at the same time and when we space them out. Only 1 stack of burning. Now let's see when we space them out.
2, 3, 4.
We maintain burning the whole time and we definitely applied more than 1 stack of burning. So again, for maximum damage, try to space out your Shroud skills. The next line will be Curses, and we choose it mainly for the Grandmaster trait, which will heal us for 10% of the condition damage we will do. And as a condition Scourge, you will be doing a lot of condition damage, so 10% of that will be a significant increase in sustain. Next line, we have Soul Reaping, and in our Adapt trait, we have the top one, Unyielding Blast. This will apply Vulnerability every time we use our Shroud skill 1. However, you need to remember that all of our Shroud skills also count as our skill number F1. So it means that our Shroud skills will also apply Vulnerability. And this will be very useful because we will be able to maintain high stacks of vulnerability on our targets, which means more condition damage. Next, we have our master trait, Fear of Death, which will increase our fear duration by 100%. This will be very useful when we need to break bar, for example. But more important, it will also give us life force when we apply fear. Life force will be extremely important because this is what will enable you to use your Shroud skills. So the more life force you have, the more frequent and the more often you will be able to use your Shroud skills, which means more damage. And the Grandmaster trait Doomfire is a very powerful one because it will apply burning every time we use our Shroud skill number 1. And as we mentioned multiple times, anything that your Shroud skill 1 will do will apply to all of your Shroud skills. So that means every time you use any of your Shroud skills, you will also apply 1 stack of burning. Add this to the Grandmaster trait you get from Scourge, and you will be doing a lot of burning. Now that we understand our build, let's try to summarize what we will do. Your Shroud skills will be your main source of damage because they will apply Torment, which will also have increased damage because of our trait, It will apply vulnerability, which will even do more condition damage. It will apply burning from your two Grandmaster traits you have in the Soul Reaping line and in the Scourge trait line. Your most damage will come from your skill F5, because it will keep pulsing every second. And for every pulse, it will apply Torment. And on top of that, it will also give us a lot of barrier. So let's see what will happen when we just use our F5 Desert Shroud.
You'll find everything you need here.
For our utility skills, we have Signet of Vampirism, which on passive will keep siphoning health from enemies around you, and when you activate it, it will apply an effect that will enable you and allies to siphon health from the target. This is why you can constantly see on the screen that I'm doing some damage even when I'm not using any skill. It is because on passive it will keep siphoning health, which also means that sometimes while you are in open world, if you keep moving around a lot of mobs while you are in combat, it will be a little hard to get out of combat, because you will keep siphoning health from them as you pass by. Next we have Signet of the Locust, and we choose it mostly for the passive extra speed we will get, but this Signet will also do a lot of healing when you activate it, especially if you do that around a lot of mobs. It will hit up to 5 enemies, and for every enemy it will hit, it will heal you for a very decent amount. So if you did use it while you are low on health and you are around a lot of mobs, you will be surprised by how much healing you will get from it. And on top of that, it will also remove some boons, and it will give you extra healing based on those boons removed. Next, we have Signet of the Undeath, and this is mostly for the passive life force we will get from it. When you activate it, you will be able to res one of your downed allies, but in return, you will lose a lot of your health. So be very careful before you use it. Next, we have Trail of Anguish. This will give some swiftness, stability, and it is a stun break. When you use it, it will leave a trail behind you, and enemies that will cross by will get burned. Our elite skill, Ghastly Breach, is a very good one to use when you have groups of mobs that are balled up. This will apply some burning and slow, and if you manage to remove some boons, it will also give you some torment. On top of that, it will apply might per pulse. This is the build I recommend using, but we have a lot of different options we can use if you prefer or based on the situation. For the healing skill, instead of having Signet of Vampirism, you can have Consume Conditions. If you notice that you have a problem with conditions, you can choose to have a minion, which will take a little bit of aggro from you, and it will also keep healing passively. Or you can have Sand Flare. For the extra barrier it will give you and allies. If you don't need the speed or the healing from Signet of the Locust, we can have other options. You can have one of the minions to take a little bit more aggro from you. You can have Spectral Grasp to be able to pull mobs into you, and it will also be a very good source of life force. You have Blood's Power, which will apply some bleeding and give you some might, you and your allies. However, be careful that you will also apply bleeding to yourself, and since you will be running a high condition damage build, this will actually hurt. We have Epidemic, which will spread conditions onto other enemies. We also have Poison Cloud, which will drop a poison field on the ground and keep pulsing every second for 8 seconds. Those are the different options I would recommend for open world. And the same apply for Trail of Anguish if you don't want to use it. But I would highly recommend that you leave Signet of Undeath, because this will be a very good source of life force that you will definitely need to be able to use your shroud skills without a problem. Even your elite skill you can change if you want. In that case, you can use your minion instead. As for our traits, there are also a couple of different options we can have. In the Scourge trait line, if you found yourself struggling with keeping up life force, you can choose the bottom Adept trait instead, which will give you life force every time you apply burning. And for the Grand Master trait, If you felt like you don't need the extra sustain from the middle one, you can choose the bottom one instead, Lingering Curse. This is going to give you more condition damage and increase the condition duration when you are on your Scepter Torch. This will also change your Scepter 3 into Devouring Darkness instead, which is a more powerful version of the Feast of Corruption. In Soul Reaping, you can choose Soul Marks instead of Unyielding Blast, but you should only do that if you have a problem with Life Force, and if that is the case, then all your marks on your staff will apply Life Force. For the trinkets, I am using Vipers, because the build have a lot of sustain already.
Okay. Eagle Viper. Do have a Viper. Let's go take the. Yeah, but I don't have.
Let's see the color of your coin.
Where's the ring? We've got all Viper stuff.
From the traits and from the barrier you will apply, so Viper can be a good option for the extra damage you will do. And don't forget that there are multiple sources where you can get stat selectable ascended trinkets from, and I have a video guide on all of them. For our weapons, we are also using Viper.
That's fine. That's fine. How about armor? Oh, you got Signet of Malice. And what was the first one you had?
And from the barrier you will apply, so Viper can be a good option for the extra damage you will do. And don't forget that there are multiple sources where you can get stat selectable ascended trinkets from, and I have a video guide on all of them. For our weapons,
Signet of Burning.
We are also using Viper for the torch.
And Signet of Malice. You've got nothing on you. Okay, we have Signet of Burning. No. Okay. So we want. I'll get a bit after this actually. I'll probably test it out later, but I'll test it out tomorrow. I could test it out tomorrow. I want to. We have. It's not a burning signal. Fire.
What do you need?
Nothing can bring me down.
It's actually on the stuff. Yeah, we'll remove those two. Oh. That one. So we want 2 signets of fire. A burning and 2 signets of malice. Oh, really gotta. Where are we? Oh, my God. And one of those. Oh, and nice.
A
Yeah,
fitting reward.
definitely can't wait to check that dungeon. But this will stay on the character till they dot up. So that one there. First. How did I get bursting? Oh, I got bursting. I got bursting.
And from the barrier you will apply. So Viper can be a good option for the extra damage you will do. And don't forget that there are multiple sources where you can get stat selectable ascended trinkets from. And I have a video guide on all of them. For our weapons,
Oh, bursting, yeah, I didn't get right. Oh, okay. Oh, excellent. You can have malice. I think I'm just gonna have burning. I could bursting. Okay.
we are also using Viper for the torch and for the scepter. And we have Sigil of Bursting, which will do 5% extra condition damage.
I'm looking at
And we have
his
Sigil.
stats. So far I've got 1,900 and something power. He's got 1,500 power. 1,503, 1,075, 2,100. He's got 2,400. I've got 1,524. He's got 1,322. 1,400. He's got 1,900. I got 51 there. He's got 28 there. He got nothing on that. I got 421. He got nothing. I got 178 critical damage. He's got 150. I have 1,243. It's 1,400. I actually have some healing. He's got none there. 687 versus 700 or something, which is expertise, which goes to burning, I think. Goes back to condition damage. I've got. That's pretty good. Fear is good. Bleeding's pretty good. I wouldn't buy bleeding up to 100 as well. I've got 55. He's got 47. He has nothing on there, which is concentration. I have that because it's celestial armor I'm wearing. Everything else is based off condition damage. Except for the celestial armor. It's the only thing I might have to change. He's got nothing there, and I've got 13% there. Boom duration is 13%. He's got 0 there. Okay.
Of Malice, which will increase our condition duration by 10%.
On
On the screen, I have ascended weapons. However, it is completely fine if you want to use exotic instead. Also, keep in mind that Sigil of Bursting and Malice are both very expensive options. If you don't have Viper or you cannot get it, or maybe it is too expensive for you to craft, you can use Dire instead, and you can buy it cheaply from the trading post. And if you don't know how to do that, I have a video guide that also explains how. If Sigil of Bursting and Sigil of Malice were too expensive for you, we have other cheaper options we can use. We have Sigil of Demons, which will increase the torment duration by 20%. We have Sigil of Smoldering, which will increase our burning duration by 20%. We have Sigil of Corruption, which will give us a stack every time we kill an enemy, and this will increase our condition damage by 10, and we will get maximum 25 stacks. So it is an extra 250 condition damage in total. We also have Superior Sigil of Blood, which will siphon some health when you do critical hit, which will be often. And for the armor, I am using a full set of Trailblazer. And remember, there are multiple sources you can get stat select.
Trailblazer. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Toughness is 1,000 something. I could go higher. Oh, he's got high toughness. I've got a higher thing than. Not much difference between these two. But he's had toughness into there, which. Okay, what's that one there? The second one up. My toughness is 42. His toughness is 38. Vitality is 21. Vitality is 42. 38 condition damage. 42 condition damage. And I can do more. I think some of the runes I want to buy them because honestly, I'm looking at. Okay, let's get back and see what the bottom one was.
Damage in total. We also have Superior Sigil of Blood, which will siphon some health when you do critical hit, which will be often. And for the armor,
Go back to that one.
5 stacks, so it is an extra 250 condition damage in total. We also have Superior Sigil of Blood, which will siphon some health when you do critical hit, which will be often. And for the
Okay, he's the bottom one. Okay, toughness he's got there is 38. Toughness I've got is 21, so it does increase the toughness on that one. Then he's got vitality 21. My same as my vitality. Condition damage is 38. Condition damage is 21. So on the shoes are actually weaker. Expertise is the same.
armor, I am using
And this one here. Toughness 77, 42. Okay, vitality is 42, 42. Condition damage 77. Yeah. That's where he actually that's surprising. His condition damage though is weaker than mine. Condition duration. And expertise. Condition damage by 1000. His is a little bit above mine, 200 more. By changing the armor, you got 200 more. And torment.
a full set of
Torment. Why torment? Don't think we got torment in there. Ah, wrong one. Let's have a quick look in here if we've got torment. I want to test this build out and I'll see how it goes, but probably won't do it tonight because I am doing it tomorrow. I can keep with the armor I've got on because I've already got the armor there. It's just the potential one there. Well, if it works, I don't see the point in changing that one.
You'll find everything you need here.
I'll tell you.
Nothing can bring me down.
Okay, we'll get 6 of those. Oh, didn't it? Wow. And armor he's got What's it called? Hmm.
50 condition damage in total. We also have Superior Sigil of Blood, which will siphon some health when you do critical hit, which will be often. And for the armor, I am using a full set of Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Not sure if that's. I've got the we'll keep the Celestial till we feel like we don't need it or not. If we do need the we need the extra armor, but keep the Celestial. There, you might as well use it.
May Lissa aid you.
Yeah. Let's just we'll test it out again. Probably play around. So now we've got two characters that are pretty much triple our length. And everything's set on them. So I'm not worried about that. That changed this thing. Oh, let's have a look at this. Okay. Now going off damage, I'm still doing more damage than he is. That's still weaker by about 400. That's about weaker by about 300. That is stronger by about 200. That's higher by about 2. That's higher by 300. Higher by about 20. He's got 20, 28. I've got 43 there. He's got nothing there. He's got 150 there. I've got 103 there. He's better by about 100 than most, or just over 100. And he's got nothing there, which I've got some healing power. Yay! He's got 15 more there. I have 56, and now I'm doing torment 100%,
Nothing can
fear
bring me
100%, bleeding 76%. Okay, I'm not complaining with that one. Now, he's got 47. I've got 56, and that's one. He's got nothing there. He's got nothing there. Okay, cool.
And remember, there are multiple sources you can get stat selectable exotic armor from, and I have videos on all of them as well. For the runes, I'm using Runes of Tormenting, which will be a very good source of extra sustain, because the 6 bonus from it will give you a small amount of health every time you apply a torment. And as we now know how the build works, this will pretty much be a lot of the time and almost from all of our skills. But at the same time, this rune is very expensive. If you cannot get Trailblazer armor, then you can get Dire instead, which will be much cheaper on the trading post. If Runes of Tormenting is very expensive for you, you can use Balthazar instead, or Undead, which will also be very good for that build and it will give you a lot of extra sustain. Now keep in mind that for the weapons and for the trinkets I am using Viper, but you can use something more tanky if you want to, like for example Trailblazer, which will still do a lot of damage, but it will also significantly increase your sustain. Or if you will use exotic trinkets or armor, then use Dire if you want more sustain. There is one last change we can do to that build if you want more support, or more specifically, if you find that your group is having problems staying alive and they need someone to constantly res them or someone to constantly heal them. In that case, we will replace our curses with blood magic, and we will have 1, 3, 3. We will change to blood magic mainly for the Grand Master trait Transfusion. The way this works is every time you use your skill number F4, you will keep pulsing healing around you. And that
Okay, we want to copy that page. Let's take that one there. That's only if we want to keep this one as a copy on the computer, so we can have that if we do need to modify it. That's only if we do need to go down that pathway. So this way it's only 133, and we'll change that. I know you can do that. There you go. Save that one. That's a builder one. Before we'll keep a build on like that. It actually does some very good
healing
builds.
is actually a very decent number, and it will do that for 9 seconds. And as you can see, the skill itself will have 13-second cooldown, so you can basically keep constantly healing around you. But more important, it will also teleport any downed enemies around you that are within a distance of 600 radius to you, and then you can res them. What is even better is that when you res, you will cast Will of Blood on your feet, and this will also help you get them back up even more quickly with more health because they will be healed. We can also go down to our Scourge trait line and we can change it to 1, 1, 1. This will significantly reduce your damage, but it will enable you to apply barrier to more allies, specifically up to 10 instead of 5, and it will also give them might and remove any conditions from them. And for your utility skills, you can use Well of Blood for the extra healing for your allies if it was needed, and you can also run Will of Power, which will also remove some more conditions and give them might. But again, those changes should only be done if you are running with a Big Zerg, doing a meta for example, and your group is struggling to stay alive and they need constant resing or constant healing. But you should not use it if you will run this build on your own in open world content. For the food, you can use rare veggie pizza as the best option, but it's also not a very cheap one to use. Or you can use the lesser version of it, which is the super veggie pizza, and the difference between both in stats isn't really that big, but the difference is price is much.
Let's keep a stack up. 250, that's good enough. And leave that there because when we do that, we just take it. We've got extra. Keeps character alive. Why? Yeah, really fine, better. It's okay, we can test that out. So that's not food we want. Character. Wait, what time is it?
Bigger. And for the crystals, you can use the tuning icicles. I'm sorry, I know that this isn't really that big, but the difference is price is much bigger. And for the
Turn your ice cream. Nothing we want to buy information. No, that's honestly no.
What do you need? You'll find everything you need here.
I'll buy that because that might actually suit multiple characters. I'm like, a bit in your face too rough. It's delicate. I like it. That was an outfit.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Okay, we're gonna leave it for then. He doesn't look too bad. Even though I do lose the tattoos in the arms and the body. He doesn't look too bad. The weapons though. Oof. Wardrobe.
Everything's so blurry.
Oh, let's switch susceptible. I'm definitely not changing the susceptible. Where did I change it? So we're looking
scrambled.
for... Where am I? Expectation kills and karma booster. Condition damage. Okay, so we want to get to you. To you, alright. You. We need to use them. Don't pop them all the time, but
You'll find everything you need
that's
here.
it. It's not special. Okay, let's go kill special eventually. Anything in the shop I want to buy first. Now the reason why I want to do something like that is because I want to have specific things first. So
My mind is scrambled.
Yes, I want them ready to use this character. Pop that, test that out. How long will it go for? I've got other ones we can put in there for now. 30 minutes. Another one goes for a lot longer.
Crystals you can use the tuning icicles. I am sorry, I know that this video was much longer than what you are used from me, but I wanted to really explain this in details because this has been requested by a lot of you in the comments. You wanted me to make a longer video that will dive into more details, so please let me know in the comments below. Would you like me to do the future build guides this way, or would you like me to do them like before, where they are shorter and simpler and we don't go into too much details and too much options? I would like to know your feedback, it will help a lot. Before we end our video, there are a couple of things I would like to mention. First of all, we have hit a new milestone together of 1000 subscribers. Thank you very, very, very much for your support. I really greatly appreciate it and I am very grateful for it. And as a thank you gift, 2 weeks from now, we will make another giveaway. And this time it will be a little bit more valuable. For the first prize, we will have the precursor, Hunter, and for the second prize...
I'm not going to worry about that. That was a long time ago, probably we made that. So, let's test this build out.
My mind is scrambled.
It's kind of deep. I'm quite sure if it really fits in because you look at the body right, it slightly makes the top just done, not quite moving the right way. So let's go back into here. We're just going to test it out. Even better for us to see how well this build particularly goes. And we'll go from there. We just spent a bit of gold on, but I want to have a cap. See, what I'm trying to do is like my my main character.
Fury is mine.
Okay, that's kind of pointless.
A fitting reward.
Flame torch. Something else.
Hurts does wise and soul.
Flamethrower.
I like it.
It's just testing out the build stuff. I want to see how well this goes. If I can actually play it, make it work, then yeah, I will. Where was that chest? That's not good to me. I want to test the before we'll test the build out. We'll see how well the build actually goes.
A fitting reward.
If it works. This is an independent build. And also team support build. So that may be good. Another one is same way. And the necromancer, I have to work out what boons and what I give to parties, and then of course I've got now this setup.
The spoils of battle.
Now I've got this particular build set up. I can just cruise around and just relax. There's one there. Maybe I tried that brown thing off. There's one up the top. Ah, let's probably go up the top. I mean, constantly get blamed for something.
The spoils of battle. Might makes me right.
More of a slower build to play, but more of a support role, of course. Some ways it will be slow. Ah! Got much left now? Oh, wait. Yeah, I want a character that's designed for purposes.
May the sands take you. A fitting reward.
What does? Fury. Okay, so I'm doing Fury and I'm doing Radiant. And Torment and everything else. go just double check this build somewhere. Got a fight. Better. No, you don't push it. Right. Pushed E, which is a bad mistake. I gotta find not to push E. Okay, so we can handle the cells pretty well there. Okay, that is much more powerful than the other build. But it's also a good group scenario. When I don't push aim, stop pushing aim, you're losing health to that. And keep pushing E, so I might have to move E to Q. Yeah, okay, let's swap E and Q. Really not that pleasant. Come on, keep Q. We won't accidentally hit that one, it's fine. Remove burns from us, so that's fine. We don't want to freaking keep taking half our health off. So happy the build, works well. Now worked out the best build for it. Just a matter of trying to find. Oh. Have fun. Just over there. And bear, I was just in it.
Griffins, they must not be disturbed. Watch for spawn here. God knows what they'll do with these hatchlings.
Testing it out. They're got that 100 kill there. Not worried about them too much.
ice brood must be stopped.
Just, yeah, it's just a matter of testing it out. Seeing how well it works out. Okay. 5 seconds. Damage.
Might makes me right.
You are afraid to go back. Did you want to stand there? Play that. 2. Just go away. Oh, my health is a bit
These ice brood must be stopped.
Not enough energy.
Okay, that can work. Okay, let's just go back. We've done enough for tonight. But we've got one complete death, no, 2 complete characters now. The only things we need for is for legendary weapons, legendary runes, legendary armor, and legendary singers. I want to go legendary because that's the way I like to play. But that's neither here nor there. That will take us time. We did even pop foods, which we're going to test out as well. I'm not going to worry about that. As before, just
Threshold achieved.
just to test to see how I like the character. Now I know how it works and how it actually plays. This would work, except for trying to push that off. R is easy for healing skill level. Passive. So now we've got that as a complete character. And we've got the other one there.
May Lissa aid you.
I'm not going to worry about disturbing people this time of night. I'm going to get a bed anyway. This is actually a better one, but you lose, yeah, you're losing health though. Where I think
Another.
in your face, I think this one's the best one to have. I want to keep changing weapons though. Now that's and that's got the pistol then. So which one? Okay. So, that's right. Oh, I'm not going to worry about it. Go there. Give me the bed. The other one I'm not worried about. I'll change it as it goes. But anyway, that is actually a nice build. I'm gonna have to strip everything off her though. Do I want that outfit on? Wardrobe, outfits. Turn that off and go back to our
What brings you here?
stock standard. Oh, that other outfit's gone. Oh, it took it over. Which other outfit we have? This one here. So we've got the gypsy looking helmet. Still got the gypsy, but a more posh looking. That's the gypsy that shows up what tab it is. The colour's kind of suited to it. Anyway, I'm going to have to strip this character now and put everything aside and we'll put that together. We'll go, because we want to go back to our main character, which is going to be our, what do you call it? You know what I mean. We're going to go back to our main character. So everything now that is will be removed except for the everything out of it. That one there, take install.
What's going on?
Main character. So now we have two richly complete characters. The other one we're going to work on is the Paladin next. We'll work on that one. But I'm not overly worried about that one. We know what we can do with this character now. We can pretty much get her done and dusted. And the fish, J. 5. I've got that bait, so we're going to remove that. I'll remove that.
Let's see the color of your coin.
Yeah, that's the bait. Why won't it move? Can I remove that one? Because that's the infinite fishing lure. Should be able to, now let me do that. That was really stupid. It was just like infinite fishing lure, but it won't let me remove it for some strange reason. Maybe because I was in the thing now. So we're going to be playing around with it, but we won't do that tomorrow anymore. We're going to get back to our main character or another character. And this character is, as far as I'm concerned, is a complete character. But we'll keep that there. It works. Each one of those classes work. Now I've got to work them in a group scenario and play it in a group scenario. Seeing how well I can actually make that work. Each one of those classes work in a group scenario, and depends on how well it benefits from the people in a group scenario. If that makes sense. I know what I'm talking about, but I think so let's have a look at what we got here before we go to bed. Tomorrow I still working. Only got one thing done now. So I've got that one complete, that's complete. That one there you can't do nothing about. I'll try to train another class up to be into that scenario. This one here, I've got 2 abilities trained into it. Definitely. This one here, I've got 2 abilities trained into her. So far, I just got to get the hearts for the next one. I'm doing that because she's got.
They'll have to hit much harder.
That's my new. No. That hunter.
I could outrun a centaur.
I already had that. Oh, I did purchase that outfit. No, buy that.
Feel the fury.
Oh, I'll just spend more money on something next.
I could outrun a centaur.
Because she's got the same outfit. Oh, my mistake then. So,
How many ales have I had?
So this one here has so far can go into 3 modes. Oh, that's
Sharper still.
oh, that's the blades. That one I haven't worked out. That was going to be... Yeah, so that's the blade one. And that's that one there. Which I've still got a... Training. Gotta get that one done. Which I can do some other time. Don't worry about that. I know what I want to do next in the game, so I want to get back to my main character, and she has to get playing down in those areas. And once I get that done, I'll just go now. Okay, yesterday, last night, sitting down here, boiling my freaking ass off. Tonight, sitting down here, it's freezing cold. Like, I had to put the heater on last night, but tonight, so it's like, nope. You don't need the heater. Oh no, did I just take, no I didn't do that, did I? I'm an idiot. It's 2 different designs. I swear I didn't have that one. I know I bought one, but oh. Never buy stuff when you're tired. Oh, that was... Oh, really? Oh. I'll put all this stuff away. I don't mind this one. It's a slower one to play. It's a nice one to play, if that makes sense. It is designed for certain purposes. I've now got, I do, that thing I'm going to put into the quartz? Right. What's that? Hmm. Oh, here we go. Where did that go? Oh, that's for sure. There. Um. Okay. That's it. This character's done and dusted. What we can jump into and play anytime we want now. We've got everything. I've got to send it. I bought that because I wanted. I made that because I wanted to. This one of the main character I was probably going to play in this particular one because it's his iron mob. This one like stick with that armor until. Honestly, don't need to worry about changing that armor. The other one doesn't give that much more of a benefit out of it. Actually, you lose stuff out of it. This one here though, it actually works well, but I don't like the ability of losing health. I really try not to. I'll try to avoid losing health if I can. Other than that, not too bad. Those two though. I'll put them to some. Put them to there as well. That was for another area, but that was for a simple reward though. I don't know if I want to use them. I know where it is, the reward I've got to get. It might be worthwhile getting more points out of it for other characters in the future. I don't have to, I can just run through it and just... I might be able to put them to something else. Anyway, what do we got left? Got that fish egg and these. Types of bait that can be used. We'll take that off too. That's the only thing. Let's probably want to keep the fishing stuff as well. We don't use the good fishing stuff we've got currently. Well, and we'll go through that stuff. Okay. We don't want to use the good fishing stuff. The reason why, because I don't really want. I'm gonna hang on to the good fishing stuff till I actually achieve the goals I want to achieve out of it. Okay. This is why I'm trying to build up more ascended stuff so I can don't use it. Those things. The reason why I want to build up more of these things is put them on the character. I'm not thinking of the character. That's on the character. Yeah, that's. This is what you get for the trap. But is it worthwhile to keep though? That's the question. Do I put it as the board? Or can I put it as the board? I need more of these, so I've got to spend more time in the jade area now. Let's just. Oh, there we can do that. What time is it? No, we won't do that tonight. We might do that. We've got time to tomorrow. Crap, break all that down, which is going to be annoying. Okay. This one. Expertise. Damage. So who is that? That back on. That. We have concentration. Healing power. Oh man. I'm back in there. Maybe I'll reset them. I'll customize them. I need to customize them. There's someone that wants me to go on the build, but maybe redo it and then put it on the build later. Fishing. Stuff. I'm just going to tidy that up. Oh yeah, got all trying to get rid of that stuff. What, so much peaches is there, it's not funny, I just got to figure out how to get rid of it all, that's all. Magic, no, magic family. That's a J-pop decline thing. So our character's 100% back to normal. Which I'm happy about. Simple, stupid. I've got to retweak this when we make an overall slot there. So, yeah, but then I know it's this one and this one, but then it could be that one, that one, that one, that one. And that should be. I don't know how job is that. That's neither here nor there. See, it's a total different way of playing each type of class. J-brush will give you more hit points. Huh? Why is my J-bot giving me 3? I take that off. I've got 600. Yeah, I've got 3,000 hit points. I think I did screw up on that. I'm off. I did. Too freaking tired to think about shit like that at the moment. Yeah, if I did. There's no point. No harm there. And that stuff will go over. Well, we can go back to farming and I'm going to go back to... What time is it? No, there's no point doing it now. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I need sleep. I was going to make peach before we go. Peaches. Then we'll get stuck into this tomorrow. Do a run, quick run, and when we feel like we'll go back into doing. We can make. You need. Okay. Oh, peaches. Egg of sugar, that's pretty cheap.
1,000 storms.
We need sugar. Bunch of bay leaves in the work. Let's check 5,000 bay leaves. And onions. What about that box? I hope so. I'm going too fast. Get all over the onions. We need sugar to do. Let's see if we've got any bulk buy onions. Oops, sorry. Let's buy more sugar. And do we have bulk buy onions? off and go now. Now, first of all, make 21 rolls. Come on, let's make 20.
Rare treasure.
We have lemons. Yep, why lemons don't we? I like to keep pushing out. Lemons? Like a 25. Okay. 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 Now, we can make 10 of these. Whichever, let me find out which is probably.
I want that.
And more lemon. The lemons at the bottom of the colours, but it takes 100 lemons to make it. Yeah, by the lemons at the bottom. She's some lemons here. No, you don't. Wait, you don't want needs rice. Until you make the rice things. I'm not gonna worry about that at the moment. You don't have lemons, so why actually put a lemon tree thing? Anyway, so for that one, okay, so we can make 20 lemons. Strawberries are gonna be as well. How much is it? Oh, okay. Let's make some more of these. We'll do that. Okay, that's good. Oh. Yeah, try and get some like through this one. I wonder if that's going to be any good for us. Oh. Come on, guys. See, that one might be. That's really not good for me. No, I don't want to get well, we'll keep some stacks. I'll put some silage repellent. It can be used for maybe for nourishment feeding them. 30%. 80% chance to gain health and good. Healing power these spiritual funds. Healing power is not very good for
Come here.
I put a couple stacks aside there to keep some. Just about alcohol is a universal food, but a low level food really is level 16. Medium level food. I'll keep it one stack. Or 2 stacks. Oh, I don't know, do I want to go more?
You'll find everything you need here.
No. I'll probably fill it all characters. Leave one stack. Yeah, we'll probably cook that. Yeah, so near the head. Like we had it like a big stack like that, then we won't worry about it too much. And now, let's use a cleaner. We'll get rid of that small stack.
I want that.
Excuse me. Could just do that. It really is beneficial to do that to there. Still got plenty of those. Get one stack before we go. This way here, I've got plenty of these. I'll have plenty of these to want to make my standard stuff. Not red treasure, good for you. Not really the features actually. That's very good for the yellow. We do these. Look at the ingredients. What do they cook for? Oh, I'll shrink down some of each product. Do it. The water or bag of flour? Bag of flour, right? Yeah, what's it? And 5 of those. Yeah, we just make some of those from trash from trash. We've got 1,000. Oh, hang on. Gotta reduce the east number down so I can. Good. That's enough. Okay.
Look at this. So pretty.
Let's other stuff. This stuff they got trashed. Send them away. Not the moment. Send in the stuff. We go along. I'm not going to trash it, use it later. Anyway. Use it. After going past the door. Or just trashes it. Or just sells it. Thank you. I need
Power flow at 30%. Rerouting.
Get some sleep because it's too late already. It's like, oh god. It's 2:30. I'm actually going to bed half hour earlier than what I did last time. If I get to sleep for like 6 hours, maybe that would be nice. Anyway. I'm happy with that build. I'm very happy with how I put the characters up. I think I screwed up on one thing, but that was about it. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, my name is Commander Black Star Lord. That's your service signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos and all comments are welcome. You will take it easy and have a great day.